The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. Chicago. Ask someone to picture the city, and they will have trouble coming up with a concise description. When people think of New York City, they think of skyscrapers, subways, and muggers. When they think of Los Angeles, they think of sun, smog, and traffic. When they think of Detroit, they think of cars, factories, and decay. But for those of us that know, there's only one thing we think of when someone mentions Chicago: vampires. And tonight, we tell their story. Well, hello there. It's your boy Twitch. I see you've come to speak with me again. Been a interesting week. Seems this coterie decided to have a club night. Now, I didn't think it was the right time for a club night. Thought that should have happened sooner. Well, doesn't really matter. Seems at this club night, while the club was open, Mr. Lamar was rather busy speaking with Sierra all night. And then there was a string of visitors. We had Zal, who came to speak with Eleanor and Destiny. We had Alexa, Sheriff the Big Dog. She came to speak with Roscoe and Sam. Now I could say her conversation with Roscoe didn't seem to be so bad. It seemed to be she was asking for help, or at least potential help. But her discussion with Sam did seem to be a little bit more aggressive. It left Sam, well, he came out of it rather cold, which for a Bruja should frighten you. Then, of course, once again, Philip was at the club. Seems him and Jackie had a discussion. And then he left, but not before it came to light that Sierra was watching him, as if she might know him, might be curious about him. Then he left the club. And when he did, Sarah left shortly after. I doubt anything bad will come of that. And then, after that, the oddest thing happened. It seems Jackie and Destiny took a trip down to Anarchville. Now, of course, I expected it from Jackie. She wanted to have a meeting to speak with the Baron. But what's surprising part is Destiny. She actually went to speak with Genghis. And my sources tell me it didn't quite go like they had originally planned. It seems Genghis has a lot less swagger when he's not in Camarilla territory, and it also seems that Mal Davis is very good at keeping him in line. I also believe I heard something about Destiny's supposed to meet with him again. Odd. We also had a brief thing where it appears Martin has located Destiny's friend Tiffany, the child of one Gary Golden. Now, I've met Gary. He's not a bad guy. You just have to understand his history. It's funny when a kindred says that. Here's some words of wisdom from your boy Twitch. Never believe what a kindred says about history, for we are very unreliable narrators. I'll see you next week. Good evening and welcome to McStabber Studios' Windy City After Dark. I am the storyteller, Shanky McStabber.
And I'm Rylyn Dare, also known as Mama McStabber in Twitch chat, and tonight I'll be playing Jacqueline Duran of Clan Ventru.
And I'm Lady Merriwiff, and I will be playing Eleanor Thurston, Clan Malkavian.
I'm Urian, and I'm playing Roscoe Akers, Clan Tremere.
I'm Gavin, and I play Lamarcade of Clan La Sombra.
I'm Mickey Bear, and I play Samuel Grant, Clan Bruja.
When we were last with this particular coterie, we had a club night, and with a wide array of characters actually on this one. Then, after the club night, we had Eleanor speaking with Roscoe, and then Jackie and Destiny actually went out to see the Anarchs. This night, I think, is going to pick up just a day or two later, not much of a time skip, as the coterie actually has plans to gather once again at the club to speak. Now, who is there first? Destiny hasn't arrived yet. Of course, she may arrive later, but...
This night, Jackie has arrived first.
Okay.
Because she's the one that called the meeting because she wants to discuss happenings after they last spoke, so that they can plot their next moves.
Lamar will arrive second.
Okay. And I will turn the scene over to Lamar and Jackie, and the rest of the people can enter the scene when you feel you will have arrived.
And Jackie's in the conference room looking at some papers. Oh.
Jackie.
Hey, Lamar.
How's it going? Well, looks like we're the first two here. If I lock the door, we can always... I'm just kidding. Now, what's going on, though?
Just some things have come up with Destiny and I going to visit the Anarchs. I'm hoping she'll show so that we can talk about this because she has some plans that may actually benefit you. So.
Okay. Everything went okay. They didn't.
Oh, yes, it went fine.
Guys.
Oh, no, it was fine. There was some misunderstanding. Some Anarchs believed that I was responsible for Sylvia getting captured. Or basically whatever. And that ended up where basically it just was a mess. And I cleared it up. They're fine now. It's all good.
Okay. Sylvia got her own damn fool self killed.
Yes, when I explained to the Baron that Sylvia showed up without announcing prior that she was coming and just showed up on her doorstep, within 5 minutes of her leaving safely, Alexa Santos was on her back doorstep. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, needless to say, the mystery was solved as to why she went missing right after seeing us.
1 + 1.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, as long as everything went well.
Oh, yes, it did.
And
it did. Please, I was brought up by a diplomat. I know how to be civil. So...
Still working on getting a meeting with someone at the local church.
Oh, good.
I think I've gotten in. It's just since I'm new to the neighborhood there, working with some of the other parishioners, I think I can get myself to the head of the line though without any undue violence. So
good. That would be preferable. Keeping our heads down is important.
Yeah, I do not want the South Side's hot enough as it is. I do not want to add to it.
Something I did find out, though. Well, I'm hoping others will be here because I don't want to repeat myself. Oh, anyway, I guess I will tell you. On the ride over to meet with the Anarchs, Destiny informed me that Martin knows about demons.
Oh, okay.
And that he told her that the one in the lake is definitely not a demon.
You know, that should make me feel good, but it doesn't.
What's not making you feel good there, Lamar?
Oh, good, Roscoe.
Oh, just the man who needs to hear this.
Yes, exactly. Destiny informed me that her surrogate sire, Martin, knows about demons.
Really?
Yes. Also,
Did she go into any detail?
she did not go into great detail with me, but she did tell me that he stated that the one in the lake is not a demon.
Okay. Did they say what it was? If not a
Storyteller,
demon?
did she tell me what he said it was? I don't remember.
I don't believe she said what it... Did she say what it was? We will go with
she
it.
said it was. She said it was a very old spirit of the land.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we can go with that.
Okay,
Either
so-
way, she may have mentioned it off camera. Either
Okay.
way, we'll go with that.
Okay, so basically he told her that it is a very old spirit of the land.
What is?
The lake entity is a spirit of the land, not a demon.
Oh,
Guess that's good.
Like I said, I should feel better hearing that, but you know, the whole spirit of the land thing still makes it kind of.
And considering it's
unnerving.
angry and basically the kindred now basically serving it and worshipping it, it sounds like to me it's been corrupted.
You know,
Yeah,
those
they-
land spirits always starting shit.
Do we know any corruptors in the city that might be pushing that?
I have no idea. Look who you're talking to.
You would know all these things, J Money.
What did you just call me?
Well, you are dressed to the nines tonight.
Well, thank you, but that is not my name. Jesus Christ.
I mean, he's out of line, but he's not wrong.
Thank you. Thank you for the compliments, gentlemen. Jesus. You gentlemen, I swear. So anyway, but as I was telling Eleanor, I will repeat it now for a third time, that Destiny states that Martin knows about demons.
yes.
So, and basically then he told her that the lake spirit is not one. So, that is a potential resource for us for getting information if we need it.
Yes.
I mean, did she say whether or not her sire would be willing to come in and talk to us? Or
Well, I'm expecting him to pay me a visit at some point. He already paid me one.
like when?
About a week ago.
Like you guys had a meeting, or he just rolled up on you?
Oh no, he showed up in my cabaret.
Yeah, that. See, I don't have anything against the Nosferatu specifically.
It was fine. We had a nice little chat. We discussed some things, and then he says he's going to see me soon.
Yes, he's going to see you when he wants to see you, but you're not going to see him unless he wants you to see him.
But I don't
That's
know.
the problem with Nosferatu. That's the problem with them.
Perhaps I should ask Eleanor if maybe I could get the ability to see them sometime.
I'd be glad to give that to you. It's very useful.
I don't want to do it right yet. Let them think I can't see them for a little while longer, and then all of a sudden I'll surprise them.
Excellent.
I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say it right now.
What, that's hot?
I was just going to say I'd like to watch, but you know. But I'm serious. All right, so we've got that nailed down. Anything else?
No,
Money?
I spoke with the Anarchs, the Anarch Baron, and Sheila informed me that some of her people were up in arms and really chomping at the bit because they thought I had something to do with Sylvia being captured. I cleared up that misconception completely. When I explained the situation, truthfully, to the Baron, she understood exactly what happened and that it wasn't myself or any of us and that it was Alexa who did it. So.
Oh, those earrings Alexa's wearing could be a little bit more evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Right about now is when Sam enters from the roof access.
Hello, Sam.
Hey, Sam.
Good evening, Mr. Grant.
Were you upstairs the whole time?
No, I just got here. What, y'all didn't hear me?
Oh, so you just come down through the roof like
Batman?
yeah, that guy. I just learned about him last week.
You know what?
Fascinating, but
You know what? I had never thought about that, but now that you have said it, yes, like motherfucking Batman.
Eleanor, can you please let Sam know what I informed all of you?
Yes. Well, Destiny revealed that Martin knows about demons, which, of course, we knew that little bit. But other than that, the lake spirit is not a demon. Very old land spirit that's very angry. And Roscoe called Jackie J Money, which was very funny, but she did not appreciate it.
I see the humor in it. I do understand, but really.
Cashel and Durand.
Hey, Sam.
That's the right answer to that, Jacqueline. That's exactly the right answer to that. Well done. It's a very old land spirit.
Yes, and
Yes.
it is angry, and it has kindred basically worshipping it and serving it, and so basically I believe it's been corrupted.
Well, I mean, it's
Very good reason
Chicago's.
to be mad.
I mean, it's Chicago, so of course it's corrupted. What do you think the... Putting things together in my head.
Sure. Take your time.
Do you think there's a connection to the lupine?
Have no idea.
sure as shit hope not.
Have no idea.
I mean, what do we... Why... W5 on the lupine, basically. Who, what, when, where, why? Specifically, why? We have next to zero understanding as... I personally have next to zero understanding as to why they do what they do. Anyone? Bosco?
They just like killing shit.
Well, I mean,
Well,
In one of the cities I lived in, there was a group of lupine that lived in a park. Roscoe, you probably are familiar with this. Sam, you might be as well.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
They were in a truce of sorts with the kindred of the city. Worked with Gangrel, Nosferatu in the
Yeah,
city.
that one cat that came with us to friggin' kick the spot out of the pantry's fancy word for library y'all have.
The archives.
Something like that, yeah. I don't know. Fancy words. $10 words that Tremere like to use.
Oh,
And as everyone is talking, Eleanor, you suddenly feel yourself slip out of your body. Though you're still in your body, you still feel yourself. But you're seeing yourself from outside your own body. And as you move around a bit, you realize you're seeing outside the room, outside the club. And it's not a vision. You know this. You know what a vision feels like, and it's not something being forced on you. But you can see things happening in your coterie's domain. One of the things you see is a homeless man that you recognize. He's come once before over to the steakhouse as he's stepping out of an alley across the street heading towards the club.
Can I tell anything else about him other than I recognize him?
He's striding with a purpose. Unlike most of the homeless that you see, he's not shambling, or he's walking determined. You do know that the way he came out of the alley suggests he wasn't sitting in there the whole time. He probably has been walking through the alleys from a drop-off point.
I see. Well, let me just settle myself back in myself.
Doesn't take any work. You just think about where you want to be back to, and your consciousness returns to your own body.
We're going to have a visitor.
What can you tell? Do you have a vision?
Now, for those in the room, her eyes did not glaze over like she does when she has a premonition. She just
Went still.
went still and wasn't paying attention to anything.
When you say visitor, I mean, they come in peace or what?
A certain unhoused person that we have seen before. A messenger.
Jackie gets up, walks out of the room.
Unhoused? Homeless.
Homeless.
Ah, got it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Took me a minute.
Yes, the jargon is changing with the times.
Lamar's
that.
going to get up and follow Jackie.
Where does Jackie?
She's
now
going
with-
to the front door.
Let's
I
see.
follow.
Our last episode was a Friday, but then we skipped a few days. It's a weeknight, but it's early in the evening. I don't think the club is really open yet.
Not yet.
And you get to the front door right about the time you hear the buzzer being pushed.
I open it.
So who all followed? Wait a minute. Let's see. Lamar followed. Eleanor went. Sam and Roscoe?
Sam's actually gonna be up in the rafters
Yeah, I'll follow
behind a light screen.
Okay. You're going to go up into the catwalk areas
Yeah,
above the floors? Okay.
because I can do that without even thinking about it.
When you open the door, the homeless guy that you've seen before at Sylvester Steakhouse, he's right there at the button.
Mhm.
He kind of looks shocked that you answered the door so quickly.
Good evening.
I bid you greetings and salutations from the One-Eyed King. He has demanded your presence tonight. You are to come to the old medical district.
Interesting. We will do such.
You will be met there by somebody who will have another location for you to go to.
Address?
And he gives you an address.
Very
You are
well.
expected within the hour.
Thank you.
Do not be late.
Of course not.
And once again, he does a formal court bow.
And I nod. Thank you for delivering your message.
And he turns, and without another word, you see him walking right towards the alleyway you saw him leave, Eleanor.
Oh,
Really
You
don't
saw
like.
him coming. Can you watch him go?
I think I might be able to. Let me try.
Eleanor's going to have to make a rouse check for this one.
I will do a rouse check.
She's going to activate clairvoyance. And she gets hungrier. And the voice speaks in your head. The doctor again. Eleanor, did poor Dolly do something to you? Has Dolly taken something from you? Has Dolly taken it from us? Not very nice. And you thought I was the abuser.
Were.
I did not abuse you nearly as much as they did.
Silence.
And the voice goes quiet in your head.
And I channel all of that anger into attempting this clairvoyance roll.
And clairvoyance is, of course, intelligence all specs. Don't forget to add your
Willpower.
power die.
I believe that I did.
Mhm.
Yes.
Right now, on
And-
8 dice, you have 2 successes. I believe, yep, you're going to willpower. Nice willpower. 5 on the willpower roll with a crit.
That's 7 with a crit.
7 with a crit. Now, the way this works for clairvoyance is we assign a difficulty based on where you are. Now you know your domain. I'm going to give that a difficulty of 4 for your domain when you're using it. So you have beaten that by 3 successes. The 3 successes allows you to ask 3 questions about what you see or hear in your domain. So, and a critical win also gives you something major,
Boy.
which I will give you after your questions.
Excellent. Questions then. I want to know where that man is going.
And you follow him as he goes, and your vision shifts with him. He goes right back into the alleyway, cuts through the alleyway. And on the far side of the alleyway is a motorcycle waiting for him.
Interesting. Does the motorcycle have a license plate?
Yes, it does. And he hops on the motorcycle and rides off. He's the one driving the motorcycle.
Oh,
That is your second question. And yes, you have the license plate noted.
all right. And interesting. Third question. What direction is he going and how far, at least insofar as I can see?
You follow him as far as you can before you start to lose the ability to push further. It's almost not a wall, but it's a strain on how far you can pull away. And he's heading towards the medical district, the old medical district that is in recent times kind of fallen on problems. It's now a haven for drug dealers, drug users. And he's definitely heading that way. Now, for your bonus information, as you're coming back to your body, the building that was across the street, the one that had been set on fire, just a husk now. You do catch somebody is in there watching the front of this club.
Can I see anything else about them?
No, they're a shrouded, hidden. You only catch a shimmer as if a heat mirage. But they are there.
Interesting.
And you return to your body.
I lean close to Jackie.
What is it, darling?
There's someone in the building across the way, shrouded. They're watching.
Everyone, let's go across the street and see who's spying on us.
I would love to.
We have somewhere to be within the hour, so let's make quick work of it.
So, does Sam come down to head over there?
Roscoe's going to get a text. It just says, I'm going in from the top.
Okay.
It could be very difficult to go in from the top of it. It is actually across the street. In order to do it, you would have to either leap between a road's worth of distance or have to go all the way down the block and come back around. And it's a ruined husk. The roof is not intact for you to jump to.
It's a good thing I've got Cat's Grace.
Yep, but it takes time. And stealth rolls. I will let you decide if it's worth it.
Based on the Google map I'm looking at,
It's
I can
across
go
the
down.
little side street,
yeah.
right in front of the building.
Okay. I mean, if you all want to say time is of the essence to me, then I'll just come down.
I said we had somewhere to be in an hour, so let's make it quick.
Okay, then I'll just come down.
I'll look at my. I thought you were going to meet us there.
Yeah, and then Jackie said time was of the essence. So
Okay.
it's just, can we go through the garage? Because then I can get some stuff.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Matter of fact, let's go around the side where they might not see us coming.
I like it.
Once we get down to the garage, I'm gonna open up the trunk of the car and hand Lamar 2 flashbangs. Take 2 for myself.
Eleanor, Roscoe,
Yes.
if you are able to
Oh,
see things that are invisible, please.
And Lamar, if you would like anything else, I mean, there's a smorgasbord in there.
Well, let's save that for later, but thank you for these. And Lamar will put away the flashbangs for the moment.
You're
Okay.
muted. There we go.
Double checking real quick. Because I need to make sure I'm rolling the right things for when you go over there. Okay, so you're heading over. Who is going to, if you're activating wits or activating Sense the Unseen, please give me your resolve and auspex.
Can we use wits aspects as well?
Nope, not for this one.
All right.
Wits auspex I'll roll.
Ooh. All righty.
Because that's to see if you can involuntarily see anything.
I'm going to use one more willpower. Why not? Use it all at the beginning.
Okay, so we have 3 from Roscoe, 4 from Eleanor, but not a crit. Okay. Okay, now we know where you're at. So you all head across the street to this building, and as you get close, it still has that smell of ash and fire. But the building itself, at least it's still standing. And as you approach, you don't see anything at first. But Eleanor, with your 4 successes, and knowing where to look, because you do know the general area to be searched for him, you do see a small figure, very tiny, maybe, I don't know, maybe 4'9", 5'1", you would guess, crouched down, but not moving, watching as you all are up by the building.
You see them. Small. Crouched just there.
Point them out just to be on the safe side.
I do.
Okay. And when Lamar spoke, I just rolled to see if he could tell what was being said. 5 successes on this one's. You see the figure, without making a noise, start drawing back towards the back of the building.
They're backing away.
Come
Yes.
forward, speak to us. We know you've been spying.
Sam bolts towards the.
The only one who can see anything is Eleanor right now.
Well, she said that he was leaving the back. She was backing away. So
Did you announce that, Eleanor? I wasn't sure if you
I
were
did.
saying it out loud.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. I said they're backing away.
And so I'm going to head towards the back entrance to this building.
Okay.
And I have asked them to step forward and talk to us.
Okay. This individual, Eleanor, you see him, starts climbing up the wall towards one of the higher floors that are, well, there's no floors anymore, but he can go straight up the wall to an open roof,
They're climbing up to the roof, up the wall.
or where there is no roof.
Shall we open fire?
No response.
She takes out her gun and points in the direction Eleanor's looking.
Lamar will do the same.
Last chance. Talk to us. You are surrounded.
Please. You don't wish a scene, only to understand.
It stops climbing up the wall. And it comes into view. I've shared the picture. Very small individual, pointy ears, stub nose. It is a Nosferatu. One Jackie recognizes.
Crook!
Yeah, hey.
Long time no see.
Kind of brave pointing a gun on the street like that. Don't you think you're going to get yourselves a problem?
We're in a building and I own the cops. Come on down.
No, I don't think so.
Why are you spying?
Make sure you come alone. Weren't you told that?
Oh, Jesus Christ, Crook. We're going to come alone.
Hey, it's just a job. I do what I do.
Did you do this?
Nah, I wish.
Who did it? Come on now.
101 IK's people did it.
If you know the name, I'll owe you one.
No, I don't know who did it. I wish it did, because I'll be mad that I didn't get to play in the fun.
You find out for me? Let me know. I'll owe you one.
Okay, yeah, I like that idea. And he's still holding on to the wall.
I put the gun back away. It's fine. Report to your superiors. We have left alone. Stop snooping on us like that. It's rude.
I should have known I'd be seen.
Of course.
Is he one of One IK's people, or
He's at least working for them.
And Crook doesn't turn his eyes from you, but he slowly starts scaling up the wall again. And as he's climbing, you see his hands. He's digging them directly into the concrete of the side of the wall as he pulls himself up to the top. And Sam comes in the back door, the back end, what used to be a back door, just in time to see this little guy reach the top of the building and crouch down on the concrete wall at the top.
Sam, I know him. He's just keeping an eye to make sure we leave alone. That we don't call in friends.
I mean, as much as 5 people would call in extra backup, Well, we lost a good 5-10 minutes with this. So
Absolutely.
I guess we better hurry up if we want to make it on time.
Go ahead and leave, Crook. We're leaving now.
You see him jump away from the building towards one of the roofs nearby.
Mm-hmm.
You see him leap off into it. And of course, the moment you lose sight of him, he fades from view again.
Nice to meet you.
Ay. That asshole.
I think he's been doing that every night.
Oh, probably. How do you keep a Nosferatu out?
Claymores.
Plant some in here. I want the building destroyed anyway.
You sure?
As long as it doesn't hurt the club. Or neighboring buildings.
I can set them up so that they only go in a certain direction. It'll be 50 meters deep and a 60 degree fan.
Make sure it doesn't damage the neighboring buildings, because I'd actually like to put a garage in here.
That I can't guarantee.
Well, then let's not do that. I will pay someone to get it demolished appropriately.
Yeah.
All right, let's head out. Let's go back.
So you return to your vehicle, or to the club.
Mm-hmm.
I will
take the big car.
Sure.
I'm going to assume competence and assume you're bringing hardware of various types.
Of course.
I am going to ask that when you arrive, of course, we'll let you have a scene on your way there. But when you arrive, I am going to ask that you tell me what you're actually bringing into whatever meeting you're attending. I want to know if you're coming in strapped or not. But as you load up in the vehicle to go that direction, I will turn the scene over to the players for the ride over.
I also, once the car door is closed and everybody's inside, I also saw where our little friend went. The visitor that we had was heading towards the old medical district on a motorcycle.
Ooh.
I have the license plate.
Perfect. I hand you a piece of paper to write it down.
I write it down.
Mm-hmm.
I write it down, hand it back to you.
Once we are done with this evening, I will call my sergeant and get him to run it for me.
So we're all just going to gloss right over the fact that... Yeah, okay.
Gloss right over what? I now know quite a bit of information. Charles Crook Dawson, a Nosferatu that is known to be a firebug when he is bored, denies burning this building out. It was someone obfuscated who burned it. And basically, he wants to know who it is as well, and I told him if he finds out, let me know, I'll owe him one. He works for One-Eyed K. I can now report that to the sheriff. Do you understand how I do this now, Sam?
How did you see the license plate?
Oh, Eleanor.
I Sorry.
I was already there.
Okay,
Jackie.
good. Awesome.
That's what I was talking about.
Okay.
Oh, well, this is something new for me. I simply looked. It is like casting my gaze outward, walking out of myself and following our little friend. And I followed as far as I could. I only got the direction that he was going.
So you said that's a new thing for you?
Yes, I've never done this before. In fact, it happened when we were sitting and speaking, and I saw him approaching the club. It's very interesting. It was sort of just sliding.
That's useful. Hell useful.
Yes, I think it might be. I must be careful so I do not get too hungry.
It is brilliant, Eleanor.
Are you hungry? Are you hungry now?
A little peckish, that's all.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry, I shall let you know if I get too hungry.
Well, Sam, just so you know, when we get there, there's going to be all this, hoity-toity, follow the rules bullshit that, stay on your P's and Q's, treat it like you're meeting Jackson. Don't say anything too out of line. In fact, just let Jackie do the talking because...
I mean, of course, speak when spoken to, but generally let me take point.
Because last time we were there were at least six. He had a court of like maybe 60 people. And who knows if that's grown or shrunk since then. I'm just going to believe it grew because that's the type of thing that happens with these people.
But yes, he has a full fucking court with a herald and everything.
He has quite the setup. Now, the man does not look so great, so...
Yeah, don't mention that.
Yeah.
Don't mention what?
He has
there we go.
Wounds.
Lamar picked up what I was putting down.
Okay.
Well, fucking, we're not getting any younger. Let's get this over with. And...
Well, Lamar, tonight I basically initiate the delivery of the South Side to you.
Sounds like getting a pizza, but better. I mean, pizza used to be good, back when I could enjoy it. I don't know how it is now, but
it must have lots of seasoning. That's the thing. If you notice, things that I choose when I'm out and about are very strong in flavor. Very rich or very strong in flavor.
No wonder you like me so much.
Oh, you flatter yourself.
Now, Eleanor, you realize that where you're heading is actually in the domain of the Malkavians. This is the area of town that the prince has designated for Clan Malkavian as their clan domain to be held in trust, of course, by the now absent Primogen. For Jackie, who has her finger more on the politics of the city, she knows that before the Malkavians had it, it was actually run by the Giovanni. as part of a deal that Jackson had made where they would clean it up, gentrify it, and improve the area and get the crime down. And in return, they were allowed to have it as a domain. And then they disappeared, not fulfilling their part of the bargain.
And then the Malkavians took it over.
That is correct.
You know, this area has an interesting history.
Yes. Well, I only know part of it.
We're going to be stepping on anybody's toes coming here?
It is Malkavian domain, like downtown, where Succubus Club and most of the Elysias are, is Ventru domain. However, it used to be Giovanni domain. And then the Giovanni disappeared, and next thing you know, the Malkavians step in and take it over.
Oh.
Suspicious, yes? But
yes.
yet some little young thing is supposedly the reason all the Giovanni fell. Doesn't add up.
I mean, Giovanni were never my favorite people, even when I had to deal with them. But yeah, I mean, if a caitiff took him out, well, I guess all that stuff, all the Godfather movies lied to me.
Exactly. Look at who resides now, and you see your suspects.
And as you pull up to this address, there's a man waiting on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody you haven't seen before. He's dressed like a homeless, but he's clean shaven, hair recently trimmed, but still dressed like a homeless, definitely out of place.
Is he breathing?
You can roll wits awareness to see if you can figure that out. Or if anyone has heightened senses, you can also roll wits awareness and add your aspects from heightened senses.
I'll leave it at that. That should be enough.
4 is enough. He's not breathing.
Fantastic.
He's standing a little too still to be alive. And as you get near...
I roll down the window.
Go here next. Hand you a piece of paper.
Thank you.
And it's another address deeper inside Malkavian's domain.
I just take, basically, I want to make note of his face.
Okay.
While I take it.
Okay.
So that I can describe it later.
Very well. And you hand it, of course, to Etienne, who drives further in.
And I roll up the window.
And the next spot you stop at is a building. And there's 2 people standing out front. 2 sides of a double door. Etienne looks back. Ma'am, I think this is probably it, because I recognize those 2 at the door. That was the one from last time.
I take a real good look at those people.
They are the ones who were at the door last time you came to see One-Eyed K.
I also want to check if they're breathing.
Okay.
Hey, Roscoe. Get a good look at them.
Is 3 enough? Well, I'll spend a willpower on that last one, because I might get a crit. Nope, I didn't get a crit.
They do appear to be breathing.
Okay.
And I'm making a note of their 2 faces.
Studying them enough so that you can use them later for a illuminate trail of prey, I assume. Because all you have to do is be able to picture who you're looking for. Etienne, ma'am, I'll stay with the vehicle, of course.
Thank you.
And he gets out and he opens the door to let everyone out.
And Jackie does have her 45 in her thigh holster.
Okay, you are bringing your 45. Anyone else bringing a weapon?
Lamar's bringing his 45, and he's got his knife strapped to his side. To his hip.
Okay. Sam.
Sam's got his 45 and a MP90, or a correction, an MP9 under his coat.
Okay.
And his kukri.
Okay.
And his grenades. Likes to have options, y'all.
Sam's coming in heavily armed.
Question.
Moderately.
Before we actually go in, what is this building?
Looks like
An office building or a hospital?
Neither one. Actually, it looks like it was a clinic of some kind at some point, an urgent care clinic.
Looking through the double doors, they would be glass doors. Do I see a metal detector?
You don't see a metal detector, but you can't really tell for sure. The door, the window, the double doors, the glass has all been hit with tinting. Not heavy enough.
I would
not
see
heavy enough
light
to totally get
at
it.
the top of the metal
Right.
detectors.
Like I said, not totally enough to get it, but you don't think you're seeing any.
Okay.
Rolling something real quick. Sam, gonna need you to roll. I don't know. What do you think to hide your extended arsenal? What do you think?
Well, I mean, the MP9 is a very small machine pistol.
Yep.
And I'm wearing a long coat.
Composure for sure. I'm trying to think of what we'd stick with it. I don't like stealth works, but larceny would work. I also let you use firearms for that one.
Composure firearms?
Yes, because it's his composure is to keep his cool carrying all those weapons through these people, and firearms because of his knowledge of guns would teach him how to hide them.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to, I assume he's going to willpower that. 2 successes. Three successes. And as you all approach the door, the 2 guards, one of them definitely is watching you closely, Sam. And you see him cut his eyes to his buddy, who cuts eyes back. And his buddy just does a little shrug. And then they open the doors. And when the doors open, there's actually a man standing on the other side. Looks to be his mid-20s. Blonde hair cut very short. And he's actually got, of all goddamn things, a staff in his hand.
Harold.
Good evening, supplicants. I was expecting you. The king is not in attendance yet. Please, approach the throne and wait.
Thank you.
And he actually walks with you. In front, he takes the lead.
Is he breathing? I rolled 3 on my roll.
Oh no, he is not breathing.
Okay.
And as you step into this the inside of the room has been gutted. Or the inside of the building, other than the support pillars that are still there. It was actually a rather large urgent care clinic at one point. No lights. But you can see once again, in the shadows of the room are people. You count, rough estimate, as you're walking through, maybe 30 people here tonight.
As an aside, I'm 1 step behind and to the left of Eleanor.
Okay. And the herald walks over to the throne, and he just stands in front of you. Doesn't look back. He just stands there, holding his staff in a very formal pose, waiting.
And Jackie's just standing there in a nice, relaxed, but proper stance.
About 5 minutes before you hear some movement coming from the back, and then the herald smacks his staff on the ground, the butt of the staff. Now arriving, His Royal Majesty, One-Eye K. And you can hear the rustle through the room as it seems like all those people hiding in the shadows that you can't really get a good look at drop to their knees.
I do the same.
Okay.
I make a deep curtsy and stay there.
Okay. What about Roscoe, Sam, and Lamar?
Lamar will also kneel as well.
I'll do whatever Roscoe does.
I will be Neil.
Okay. And you hear him, as you can hear him walking up. I assume since you are in the proper position, you're not looking as he comes in.
I am watching for feet.
You're watching for feet?
Mm-hmm.
And you hear him come up to the throne.
While I was standing there waiting, what was the throne this time?
This time?
Yes.
Looks to be mashed up, smashed together and otherwise mutilated x-ray machines.
Jesus.
Basically, it was what was left in the building. Somebody smashed together and somehow turned into a throne.
Mm-hmm.
It cannot be comfortable.
Mm-mm.
And you hear a raspy voice. "'Tis not enough to help the feeble up, but to support them after. You may rise, subjects."
And Jackie stands upright.
And the entity, pitiful creature really you see before you, sharing the image now. Horribly burnt, missing hair, only has one piercing blue eye. Scars crosses his flesh. But it's obvious this is not human. This is a definite kindred because a human being with these kinds of injuries would be screaming or drugged out of their mind. Good evening.
Your Majesty.
And the herald smacks his staff to the ground. Your Majesty, I present Jacqueline Durand of Clan Ventru, Eleanor Thurston, Clan Malkavian, Roscoe Akers, Clan Tremere, Lamar Cade of Clan La Sombra, and Samuel Grant, Clan Bruja. And the one-eyed king just nods. Seems to be a little more lucid than he was last time you saw him. And the herald turns and walks away, leaving you all standing before the throne.
I bid you good evening, Your Majesty.
I hope the evening finds you well.
Most do, and I appreciate that from you. I come after requesting presence upon your beer here, that I have information that is of grave importance to you.
So you remember the task set before you?
Of course.
Good. What have you got for me?
I have done as I am prone to, going out routinely amongst society and gathering intelligence and rumors. And heard some interesting things. You see, I understand your primary domicile as it is generally encompasses most of the South Side, yes?
It is one of my many holdings.
Of course it is. However, there is another who thinks they rule it.
Rules my city?
Indeed. It is one that was supposed to be dead, destroyed. But I have recently found news that they actually survived.
I do not tolerate usurpers and what is ours. Who is this upstart?
Alphonse Capone.
And you see him, his one eye twitch a bit. His head dips and he just stares at his hands for the first 5-10 seconds. And he seems to be muttering. I will allow anyone who wishes to roll wits awareness if you want to try to hear what he's saying. Oh, nice. Sam got 5.
Jackie got 4.
Jackie 4. Lamar 4. Roscoe has 2. Eleanor 4. Very nice. You hear him. A man can die but once. But a coward will die many times. Then his head lifts up.
I also, as I am relatively, in terms of our existence, at least new to this city, do my best to investigate some of its history. And I found out that during the last Lupine War, Mr. Capone actually sold out the location of the ruler to ensure his survival so he could run and hide.
And you see him start to shake. His hands start clenching into fists.
Sam's going to step closer to Eleanor.
Jackie holds her stance.
So, the traitor I have long seen. I treated them with honor. Treated them with kindness. But if it be a sin to covet honor, I am the most offending soul alive. And as soon as he says that, the whole crowd, once again, you hear a stomping of feet around the room. We go to war, it seems.
I shall continue in my duty, Your Majesty, keeping eyes and ears open.
We thank you.
And she gives a very deep, graceful curtsy. Is there anything else I may do for you this evening?
Kevin, come attend to me. And you see a man come out. African American, heavy set, bald head.
Doesn't look anything like Kevin.
No, Kevin is
Young and attractive.
yeah, and instead of heavy set, Kevin is more built like a bodybuilder more than you would call heavy set. Kevin Jackson doesn't really have any fat on his body. And it seems the one-eyed king has forgotten you're even there. And the herald comes scurrying over.
I'm already starting to back away.
You, obviously, His Majesty has dismissed you.
Perfect. Thank you, Harold.
Yes. And the herald seems to be...
Distraught?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's our cue to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye.
And we will follow the herald. If he's leading us, if not,
He
we
is.
will work our way back out.
He is leading you. And as he takes you to the door, do not judge the king lightly, please.
I would never.
He is one who has been sinned against
Of course.
more than sinning.
Of course he has. All those who wear the crown carry a heavy burden.
And as he said that, the 2 guards also stomped their feet. Yes. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
And firm is the hand that wields the sword.
You remember.
Of course I do. Not some young thing.
And he looks over at you. If you value yourself, do not return.
Thank you.
Do not get caught in the web we all are part of.
May I have your name?
I don't have a name. I am the Herald. From now until the end.
I am very sorry for you.
And he nods and turns, and you hear him literally scurrying back to the throne.
And we leave.
And as soon as you step through the doors, the guards close it behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And Etienne, of course, is waiting. As soon as the doors started to open, he opens the door to let you all in. And as you get in the vehicle, Etienne gets back in. Ma'am, this ain't right, ma'am.
What happened?
The two guys, they stood there, the guards. They didn't move. Didn't look at each other. They just stood there. I mean, I've only seen your kind stand that still, but
They were breathing.
that's the problem.
Yes, they have been thoroughly tampered with.
Back to the club, ma'am.
Yes, you are fortunate you have me.
Think I'm going to take a random route out of here.
Perfect.
Not one
That they-
directly back, ma'am.
Perfect.
And he starts driving. And so I'll leave this scene to our players.
Jackie,
Yes.
was His Majesty quite old, to your knowledge?
Older than I.
Where was
Not
he
as old.
from?
Not as old as my sire.
And he is very old?
My sire has a couple centuries on me, I think. Maybe one or two.
I see. Where was His Majesty from? Do you know?
Do I know that?
I will let you, because you are Ventru.
Player knows it, but does my character
I
know
will
that?
let you as a Ventru. Let me look what you've got. You've got, looking at your stats here, politics. On this one, because you are Ventru and he was Ventru, I will let you take half and just, you can say
I
what
can
you
say
know.
It? Okay,
Yep.
yeah, because I've got enough in that pool.
Yep.
He, from what I understand, his life is shrouded a bit, but I will say from the way he was described to me, he likely was European, possibly Norwegian. Blonde, blue-eyed, gorgeous.
Yes.
Then he was embraced in Mexico, came north, ended up landing in Chicago,
Oh, I see.
and basically ruled it from the moment his foot stepped in the city,
Oh. Yes, of course.
up until his supposed fall.
Hmm. Perhaps it is nothing then.
What is it?
Oh, it was only. He is very fond of Shakespeare, but as he sat and we rose, there was something about his eye.
What about his eye?
It was so clear, and only one.
Like Odin.
Yes, that's what I thought of.
Mm-hmm.
And, well,
It is possible, like I said, he's European. I don't know where from Europe, but based on from what his description was, his genetics would be European or Scandinavian.
yes.
That was freaking brilliant, Jackie. If I was wearing a hat, it'd be off.
Oh, yes.
Thank
You
you.
always do so masterfully.
Thank you.
And they don't like Capone's ass up
They will take losses.
if they can find him.
They will take losses.
This is a net win for Cade Incorporated and for us, but when you said all that, you look like you wanted to leap out of the chair and go walk in the streets for these dudes right now.
That is what I am best at, Lamar. Putting the right words in the right ears to inspire action.
Good shit, my lady. Good shit.
So, with Capone gone, that will leave quite a power vacuum. I imagine we know someone who's ready to step in and take care of that problem.
I know a guy. I think he can figure something out.
Because I'm looking at Lamar when I say that.
Yeah, I know a guy. I think if he can figure something out, and from there it'll just give us a little bit more room, so to speak.
Sam, could I potentially bum a cigarette off of you?
Sam will pull out a cigarette case and hand it to Jackie. And the flameless light, or the electric lighter.
She lights a fucking cigarette and puts down the window.
Okay.
And hands him back his cigarette case.
And as you ride back...
Hold on. I got... Hey, Lamar?
Yeah.
You're trying to take over the South Side?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah. Follow my logic here. I could be wrong. I don't know. But if he's going to freaking go after Capone for the very thing you're trying to do. Oh, also, I was this many days old when I learned Capone was still alive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I kept that little secret in my pocket.
But if he's willing to, if what I think is about to happen happens, you may want to do a soft pump on the brakes of taking over the South Side, at least until things calm.
That's the thing. I actually have a plan.
I just wanted to. It needed to be said.
I appreciate you are thinking through that, because I've already thought that, and my thought on that is, once hostilities start, I put a word in One-Eyed K's enemy's ear, so that they basically help clean up what's left.
And who's One-Eyed K's enemy besides
Waneka?
I mean, just to clarify, everyone saw the Prince Jackson lookalike.
Not even.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, he's embracing Childa still.
No. But think about the psychology at work there.
Oh, I know. He is broken. He is mad. I told you he was mad.
How do I phrase this? God.
I lied through my fucking teeth, and he believed every word I said.
I'm thinking it's more of a, if he thinks he has Jackson as a supplicant, is that a blind spot?
It is a blind spot. He thinks he still rules. He doesn't believe that Jackson is Prince of the City because Jackson is right there by his side.
Huge blind spot.
Yeah. That's why I informed the sheriff of this shit the first time we saw him. Because I know it's a blind spot. I've already done this, I promise. I am not a fucking novice, Sam. So
no, it's not that. It's just me processing new information.
Yeah, no. Yeah. But no, trust me, that's been handled. The sheriff is already aware. The problem is that fucker's like a goddamn cockroach. He hides when you shine the light, so you can't fucking find him anywhere. So now, after some time has passed and they start doing their thing down here, I'm going to let the sheriff know where they are. And I'm also going to put a bug in Waneka's ear that basically, the people that his homeless like to fight with are now tied up in a land war down here in Southside. Come in from behind and pick him off. That's 3D.
Did anybody else?
3D chess.
Did anybody else hear what he said?
Oh, I heard it.
I missed it.
Cowards die many times.
Yes.
I mean, this dude believes his own hype,
Yes, he does.
but he's got a lot of others.
I know. That's why we're putting them against Capone, who has a criminal organization in Southside.
But the point is that he's able to breed fanatics.
Let them whittle each other down. That's the important thing here.
I am damn certain that Capone's group will not survive this onslaught. However, I believe it will weaken One-Eyed K's forces enough so that Waneka's army that he has that you have not seen yet, Sam, and if you ever saw it, you would be like, holy shit. Trust me. Waneka's army can move in and clean the fucking map of them.
They gotta make sure they get him this time, because otherwise he's just gonna come back in 20 years stronger than ever.
I know.
So how do we make sure?
That's why I also tell the sheriff. Unless you think of something more brilliant, please.
No, it's you always confirm your kill, because that's.
I agree.
Because part of the problem that happened last time.
No one confirmed the kill.
Right. I don't know. I'll think about it.
And as you arrive at the club, I think this is where we're going to go to break, everybody. We will see you in 10 minutes. Please enjoy.
Allow me to introduce myself, though I fear you've heard my name, that you've heard the story of Countess Bathory. History is told by the victors, heroic warriors, and mad kings. Will you hear my story from the lips of Bathory? They call me demon, queen of hell, sadistic killer, a monster tale, bathing in the blood of virgins, beautiful, drinking the blood of virgins, beautiful, the blood countess. Who is she really? Who is she really? Blood countess. Who is she really? Je blood Bathory. I was very wealthy and powerful, a widow with political rivals keen to destroy me and take my property. My plea was never offered. All my confessors were all tortured, or how they destroyed me for my property. They put me up, shut me up, shut me up, put me up, shut me up, and told a story. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. I've always been the hunter, nothing on my tail. But there was something in you I knew could make that change. To capture a predator who can't remain a prey, you have to become an equal in every way. So look in the mirror and tell me, who do you see? Is it still you, or is it me? Become the beast, we don't have to hide. Do I terrify you? Do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. So embrace the darkness, that will help you see that you can be limitless and fearless if you follow me. We are the lions in a world of lies. We are the predators, the hunters, the hunters, the hunters. Become the beast, we don't have to hide. Do I terrify you? Do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin to burrow within, to burrow within. Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive?
Welcome back. Before the break, Miss Coterie actually got to go and meet with One-Eyed K. And they've just pulled up at the club. Now, of course, Destiny arrived at the club. She was supposed to have a coterie meeting, but nobody was there. And Michael, Eleanor's ghoul, of course, told her that they stepped out and they're supposed to be back. At least he assumed they'd be back. But at this point, the club is open, so I'm going to assume that Destiny has decided to be dancing while waiting for people to show up since, well, it's open.
Absolutely.
So I will turn it over to the players as they come out of as they pull in the garage and come out of the garage to see, well, they're in the back, but I'm sure somebody tells them that Miss Jones is present in the club tonight.
Perfect. Perfect. Eleanor, would you mind letting her know we're here?
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
I will go find her right away.
You find her in the now. Wait a minute. I gotta ask: is Destiny dancing alone tonight, or has she gathered her crowd?
She's dancing alone. She's shooting dirty looks at anybody that wants to try to sidle up onto her. So hopefully she's dancing alone.
They've learned. Anyone regular to the club has learned, at least. Security ejects people who don't respect that kind of thing.
I catch sight of Destiny and I start making my way over there, kind of dancing through and over. And there seems to be a guy kind of beelining his way over to Destiny, and I just push his shoulder to turn him the other direction. No, you do not.
I've heard about you. I'm gonna go get a beer.
Smart man. Destiny.
Yes.
We're back.
Where did you go?
Can we tell you in, you know where? It's been very exciting.
I
So
would
sorry.
hope so. A meeting was called and I came here and no one was here.
Yes, it was quite unexpected and something that couldn't wait.
Okay.
I slide my arm through Destiny's and start to
And you
walk.
get a number of looks from the guys on the dance floor, too. Beautiful women walking off the dance floor kind of draws some attention. But again, all the regulars know how to behave. And the ones that aren't regulars seem to read the vibe in the crowd. Because the crowd actually parts as you two exit the dance floor.
It's a nice feeling.
It is quite nice. And nobody bothered you?
Not for long.
Oh, good. You are so attractive, They can't stay away.
No, you.
You're so kind.
And you
So,
you can have your talk when you let me know when you arrive at the conference room, because you'll find everybody else in there.
that's what I was just about to ask, is where everybody else was. So,
in the conference room, which we're going to right now. And hopefully they're all seated. And everybody does know you were here, so they shouldn't have started without us.
Why do
I
we
hope-
want them all to be seated?
Well, it's more comfortable to talk sitting down, isn't it? Though Jackie did get those really uncomfortable chairs. So
She said
maybe
that
everyone
they
wants
are
to stand.
Antiques.
Antiques.
Yeah, that's what she said to me. That's part of why they are adding to the ambiance of the room or something. I don't know. They're ugly to me, but I like things more modern than she does.
You do
Don't
like
tell her
them.
I said that.
Oh, no. Secret's safe with me.
At this point, actually, you reach the conference room, and as you go inside, you
Actually,
notice
the
once again
furniture's steel and industrial.
everyone is gathered in the conference room, and
It's even uglier now.
Yes, it is.
Peter and Etienne are actually, each one is standing in the far corner where they've got a clear view of both everyone in the room and the door.
Mhm.
And they're just standing there. Etienne is doing a much better job at a proper way to stand. Peter's trying.
Gentlemen, could you please go out and guard the door?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank
And-
you, boys.
Like last time, Peter actually goes and opens the door and holds it for Etienne to step out, and then follows behind him, leaving the coterie alone in your conference room. And I turn this scene to my players.
Hello, Destiny.
Hello.
So we have been to see One-Eyed K.
You went to see him without me.
You were late. We had a deadline.
I was fashionably late.
Yes, and unfortunately,
I was
we've
trying to
already left.
take a page out of your book.
I understand. That is perfectly fine. It's okay if you missed it. Trust me, it was not a fun experience, but I accomplished what I sought to accomplish. One-Eyed K will now be attacking Capone's gang in Southside.
How did you accomplish that?
What is it you called me, Destiny?
To your face or behind your face? Just kidding. I called you a wonderful woman.
You called me a scary bitch. That is what I did.
That
So-
too. Yeah.
No, I basically informed him that Capone's trying to rule the South Side. And I said it
Okay.
exactly like that to someone who presumes they rule everything. And
Good to know.
and then I also told him that Capone had sold him out during the last Lupine War so that Capone could escape and hide.
Nicely done.
So, yes, he is enraged, and now he is gathering his people to go fight Capone. I would like for you to inform Waneka that One-Eyed K's people should be vacating most locations and heading to Southside for a war.
Okay. Yeah. That would be a good thing for him to know, definitely.
Indeed, since they are his enemies, he may wish to come in from the back and wipe them from the map.
I think that would be something that he would be amenable to.
And do tell him that the war is not with Lupine, that it is with Capone's gang. Over the South Side.
Okay. I can do that.
So, shall we tell everyone about our meeting with Anarchs?
Probably.
I didn't want to spill your news to them. I wanted to let you tell them.
Which news? The fact that I'll be dating Genghis now?
And
Wait. I thought
Mhm.
that was not going to happen. I thought that's what we were not shooting for.
She's doing it for you, Lamar. She has negotiated a deal with him, so that if she goes down there and spends some time with him, letting him preach his anarch stricture to her, then He will leave you alone.
In the city.
In the city.
First off, thank you. Secondly, I am so sorry.
What else, Destiny?
I got news from Martin that he's located someone dear to me. I'm probably going to be going and reuniting with her.
So what? You be away a couple of days? Take a week off, maybe?
I mean, she lives in LA. So I'm going to be gone for, I'm not sure. I'm going to invite Genghis to come with me. It's like Anarch territory out there. Maybe that'll get him out of your hair for a long while, Lamar.
LA's pretty far though. I mean, your friend can't get away from here, maybe, or
From what I've been told, her sire may be even more protective than mine.
oh, well, damn. I mean, definitely, check on your friend, see how things are going with her. But I mean, you're coming back, right? Because this whole thing, we've all been working together so long, and we've already lost one member of the group. I'd prefer we didn't lose any more,
I probably will come back. I don't know when. This person that Martin found is like the only friend I've ever had before you guys. So I need to know that she's okay.
It is fine, Destiny. We will be okay.
I love LA.
I've never been. Well, I mean, not since I was, 12, 13,
Mm.
Oh, that was so long ago.
maybe a little older. I don't know. I blocked out a lot of memories from that time.
I think you'll love it.
I think my mom kidnapped me. Oh, I mean,
It's okay.
she.
I knew you had.
This is going to be really interesting going back to LA. So
I knew you had mother issues, darling, because you thought I was trying to mother you.
yeah. Last time I was in LA, my mom drove up to the foster home I would stay in at that point and told me to get in the car, and then we drove to New York. So
Yes, she kidnapped you.
I think LA will be fun
I'm sure it
if
will.
I don't have to relive any memories while I'm there. Those dream things that happen, those only happen with like things after we were embraced, right? It doesn't pull anything from our human years.
I do not know. Yours was technically from Huminia, yes?
It was from human years. It was the night that. Well, this will be fine.
Yes.
And if you guys miss me too much, you can just come and visit.
No, darling. I am sorry, but no. I have no desire.
Jackie,
I have no desire
trying
to
to-
see Vannevar Thomas. Okay, so
I was trying to. Do you see the look on Lamar's face? I was trying to calm him down a little bit.
I know.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm just thinking about OPSEC and operational security, making sure everybody is still here and everything. And I mean, it's not what I would want to do, but this isn't about me. This is about you and your friend. I mean, subjecting her to Genghis, I feel, is a little...
Oh, darling, you should have seen him. She had him wrapped around her finger. She was good. Really good.
Well, if you can get him to not piss on the car. I mean, get him to...
He kissed her hand.
You can get him to behave himself around people. I suppose it'll work out for you.
I don't know if he really will need to behave that much. I've been told that LA is an anarch stronghold. So he could just like waltz in and do him, right?
True.
I have no idea how that even lasted this long.
No, there's quite a few people that'll break it off in him.
Yeah.
If he fucks up.
Yeah.
That sounds like a win-win.
Are you sure you want to go with him? Because you traveling with an anarch could cast you in a disparaging light here in this city.
I mean, I'm the Toreador that was raised by a Nos. How much more disparaging light can I get cast on me? Who says I'm even going to come back?
And I mean, that's if someone even knows that she left with him in the first place.
Right.
I mean, none of us are going to go telling anybody, so.
Assume they know, and you'll never be surprised.
Valid. Good thought.
I'm concerned for your well-being. So just give it a thought.
And who knows, if you end up liking the anarch philosophy better, we have anarchs in the city. They come and go in the city all the time.
I think Martin would probably disown me if I did that. I wouldn't want my surrogate sire to disown me. That would
You
be
think he's Camarilla?
That's what he's told me.
Darling, I saw right through that. He is nothing. He is nothing. He is independent.
I shouldn't be surprised that he's lied to me.
He plays a role, just like all of us do. Fits in. He is Nos, it is clan before sect.
It's true. He is.
There are quite a few that are not actually loyal to any sect, but loyal to their clan, or even their hive.
That's it's one thing that he always held over me, that it was clan before sect, which it's tough when you're a Toreador.
It is. It is.
You won't leave without saying goodbye.
I mean, Martin's calling in favors. I can't really control when I go.
Send us a text.
I think this is her saying goodbye.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
I get up and I go over to Destiny and I put my arms around her in a big hug. I'm going to miss you, Destiny.
Don't do that.
Do what?
You can just text me. I'm not going far. That we live in an age of digital times, and Lamar, you can just send me a carrier pigeon.
Just for that, I'm going to find somebody who has a bunch of carrier pigeons. You're going to get one every couple of days now.
Are there carrier pigeon holders
I don't
in
even
Chicago?
know.
I think maybe one of you will get this joke. Send her an owl.
Yeah. However,
Oh,
since
geez.
that may be a few nights out, I'm sure you will be visiting Genghis at some point between now and then. Would you mind also, I know I'm asking you to play messenger for me, and I'm so sorry to do such, but since you will be within proximity, could you deliver a message to the Baron?
Yes. What do you want me to say?
Eleanor, do you have your cards with you, darling?
Yes, I do.
Do you mind if I take one?
No, not at all. Let me get them for you.
I would like the lovers, please.
Oh.
And she
let go of Destiny and go to my bag.
and she takes out almost like a billfold. When she opens it up, there's a bunch of business cards in there. She flips through. She pulls out one, walks over to the cabinet and grabs a stapler and an envelope.
Here's the card.
Thank you, darling. She takes the card, looks at it, flips it over to the back side, puts the business card there, staples it, puts it in an envelope, and seals it. Deliver this to the Baron and tell her that your mutual friend says the easiest way to get her recompense is to go to the one she is attached to.
Okay. Mutual friend says that the easiest way to get her recompense is to go to the one that she's attached to?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can tell her that.
And just
What
so
are you putting into motion?
I had to explain to them that I was not responsible for Sylvia Roanhorse getting captured. That it was Alexa Santos. Everyone thinks that the prince holds her leash. He does not. Her lover, Aluk, does. The Setite. The last time I met with Aluk, he dared to threaten me and my child by sicking his attack dog on us. The Baron wishes to get recompense for losing one of theirs, losing Sylvia. So I am now sicking them on Aluk. That is what
Scary
I'm
bitch.
setting in. Yes, scary bitch, darling. And I go sit back down.
That boy done fucked up.
Oh, yes, indeed. And I hold him by the fucking short hairs. The only fucking human he's attached to works for me.
As Jackie's been talking and Eleanor's been listening, she's been going through her cards and sliding individual cards towards everyone across the table. To Jackie, she slides the Empress. To Destiny, she slides the Moon. To Roscoe, she slides the Magician. To Lamar, she slides the Chariot. And to Sam, she slides Temperance.
Are we playing a game? I know literally nothing about this shit, so what the fuck?
It's a gift. Something to think on. I suppose it could be a game.
Swing low, sweet chariot. I dig it.
The Empress, darling.
Yes. Of course.
Okay.
And
So,
the magician. There it
Destiny.
is.
As you travel, leave no trail, keep your head on a swivel, and if shit starts going crazy, you shoot, move, and communicate. Always keep your powder dry.
You like the moon?
The moon.
Hmm?
If shit really hits the fan, I'll just disappear.
Yes.
And also, I'd suggested to Destiny when she told me of this that she take Sandy. Once she is settled, invite her out there. To get her out of the city.
Good.
I knew you would like that, son. I'll make sure that her arrangements are made and that she has clean identity, no trace.
Does she know?
How much would it cost to get her a bodyguard?
I can make arrangements for that. I can hire security for the flight. It'll be on Destiny to provide for her once she lands. Because I will not do business in Anarch turf like that.
She'll have all the bodyguards she needs. And then some.
That's why you're temperance, Sam.
Okay. I don't even know what that means, so.
Perhaps we should look up tarot meanings.
No, I mean the word temperance. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Shall I get a dictionary?
That may be a good idea.
I mean, I have a phone. I can just look it up.
You can.
I'll start plugging away at my phone. That's hilarious.
Speaking of, texting and checking in, I think we should make sure to check in with each other on a nightly basis from now on, just to be on the safe side. That way, if we end up in another 3 days sleep or something goes sideways for someone, we're not all looking at each other like, where is person X or person Y, if we've all done a check-in at various times. Just something I thought I'd float out there.
That's a good idea. There's a lot going on now.
That is a good idea.
Yes. Very sensible.
I need if war is coming, and again, this is the only issue I have with it is you pull the pin on a grenade, and one thing that's damn sure going to happen is that grenade's going to fucking go off, which is what you just did.
Yep.
Okay. What we need to do for the immediate future is insulate ourselves from any potential blowback, including securing ways into and out of this domain and insulating the people in this domain from collateral. It's going to require a lot of logistics and a lot of supplies.
Figure it out. Tell us what
Yeah.
you need.
And I can watch now.
And keep her fucking fed.
Yes.
Yes.
You for keeping her fed. The drug clinic. You can go there and use my private chamber, or not chamber, I guess. I call it chamber because it sounds cooler than office. But there are people that are sent to that for therapy sometimes.
Oh.
You could just tell them that I gave you permission.
Are these people still using?
Is that a problem if they are? Because they're in the process of not using anymore.
No.
Have you ever had inebriated blood before?
Yes.
Yeah.
does that?
Do you want her high on heroin or meth or?
No, we do not.
But that doesn't. That really never impacted. I thought that was just something that.
You have a
because I was
tolerance, darling.
Kindred.
You have a
Oh, no.
tolerance.
It just kind of makes me stronger.
Yeah, I'd rather not have dear sweet Eleanor chasing the dragon.
No, we do not wish that. We can make arrangements to ensure that she is fed.
So you're telling me that other kindred.
I do not partake of those who are inebriated, darling.
It can be very fun, but also complicated, detrimental, or complicated.
I wrestle with the arrogant fucking blood of lords and rulers in my veins. Every goddamn night. I do not need to lose control, otherwise that is what comes out.
I'm sorry, it just is very strange to me. I never really thought to ask, and I thought that it just didn't impact me in the same way. I mean, I feel something, but it's like a slight buzz, like alcohol, not really.
You have a tolerance.
Or you got lucky.
Or you got lucky, but likely it's tolerance. Were you a user in life?
No, never. I literally hate people that are actively using and not trying to get better.
Interesting.
But it was very kind of you to offer.
Mm-hmm.
It was. Perhaps Eleanor, as a thing is you can utilize your unique gifts to convince them to completely quit whatever it is, and then that way you've got a clean blood supply.
That is true.
Oh,
It'll probably be a little bit faster than what I was doing.
Probably.
a little bit.
Oh, were you making them addicted to you, darling?
Maybe.
And then weaning them off once they got off the drugs.
I like that.
That's
Yeah.
actually brilliant.
Very smart. I like it.
Creepy as fuck, but you know.
Yeah, it's a little questionable with the morality there, but you know what? It's still.
I mean,
we all live in the gray spaces, but
Clean is clean, right?
clean is clean.
clean is
Clean
clean.
is clean.
Clean is clean.
Clean is clean.
But yes, okay.
Well,
I have nothing
Later.
else right now, but Sam, you bring up a very valid point, and I agree with you.
yeah, I'll come up with.
You come up
a
with the plan. You have the brain for that, and bring us the plan, and we will ensure that you have what you need to succeed.
It's more of a. Yeah, you'll see it when I present it.
Okay.
May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back.
We'll see you again soon.
Hey, fucking men. And if we don't, well, we're gonna come looking for you. So
Jackie actually gets up and goes over to Destiny.
Destiny extends her hand.
Jackie takes her hand and actually pulls her into a hug.
It's not goodbye. Please don't hug me. Just
I am going to hug you because I care about you.
And we're very old-fashioned.
And I know you aren't used to having people care about you.
no. I'm not. We'll just
And I lean down to her ear and say, "You will always have a friend in me." And I just pat her back and walk back to my seat.
I mean, take care of yourself. The night is dark and full of crackheads and all that.
Oh, but she'll drink them and make them addicted so they can get off.
oh boy.
I've given you a new skill set. Keep practicing.
Yes.
I will.
I'm sure you'll have
Fucking
lots
better.
of practice in LA.
I mean, I,
I have a gift I have to make sure I keep using, right, Lamar?
Yes, you do.
Do let me know when you are settled, darling.
I will.
That
We've
way
got these
Yes.
fancy phones.
Yep. And I will send out your friend.
Please do. And keep her safe until
Of course.
you can send her.
I made a promise to you.
Well, I guess I have some messages to deliver, don't I?
You do.
I'll text you guys later.
And Destiny sets out to go to Tent City. And we're going to pause the coterie here while Destiny goes to visit, well, Picasso. And Destiny takes her Uber, of course, over there. But when you arrive, it's still the same Tent City you always see. Except Bobby's actually waiting as your Uber pulls up. Boss figured you'd be by.
Why?
Got me? He don't tell me. He says stand here and watch for you. I stand here and watch for you. Does he
Just
stand over
tonight
there
or
and watch? I
multiple
stand
nights?
over there and watch. He's waiting,
Okay. Where is he? The bench?
of course.
All right.
The way's clear for you.
Thank you.
As you go through, again, you can tell that the homeless have basically opened up there's like a path that leads straight to the bench. But you know what you're looking at. This is Winneca's private little army.
Yep.
And as you get near the bench, Winneca's got his back to you as always. This time there's nobody running up delivering messages. He's sitting all by himself.
Picasso?
Hello, pretty Nos. Come on over. I figured you'd be by soon. Have a seat. Let's talk.
Why did you figure that I'd be by soon?
Martin called in some favors. And the favors he's
Yes.
called in, I know what they mean.
Okay. I wanted to tell you, I have a message to give to you.
No. What's the message?
I wanted to let you know that One-Eyed K, he's moving his people south side. They're going to war with the Capone gang. They're probably going to be vacating most of the rest of the city. For at least a little bit until there's a winner.
Now, that's an interesting bit of knowledge there. How'd you come about this one? Because not many know Capone's around.
Do you trust me?
Of course, much as I trust anybody.
Then the information came from a trusted source.
Okay.
A mutual friend, maybe.
No.
Depends on whether you consider me a friend or not.
Well, I always consider you as much a friend as I get. You understand. We have friends, but there's limits. But you've never given me wrong info yet, so I'll make sure my people are aware. If they're going to war, I think it'll be time to sit back and watch. And brush
Sit
up
back
the
and
winter.
watch instead of going in from the behind.
Oh, I'll let them fight each other. And whoever wins will lose.
Good.
Why lose my people? when I can let them do half the work for me.
Indeed.
But I know
Smart.
you have more than that to say to me.
You already know. Why do you want me to say it?
Because knowing is one thing, hearing you say it makes it real.
Going to LA.
That's what I thought. I understand. I'd get out of the city too if I were you.
But not if you were you.
Well, I can't. I have obligations. Obligations I can't get out of. And as he says that, you see him look out towards the lake. You'll be fine.
You can't know that for certain.
No, not really. But I've taught you what I could. You've learned tricks on your own. Time to sink or swim, right?
Time to sink or swim. Or float. Maybe I'll just float for a while.
There's advantages to that. When
You
you're
know
out there.
anyone in LA?
Oh, I know somebody. I've been there before. Long time ago.
Okay.
Right after the war. Before I, became like this. Didn't even know who I talked to at the time, but found out later. When you're out there, look for a guy named Nines Rodriguez.
Why's that?
You understand when you meet him. Just tell him some of the Chicago Nos still remember things.
What kind of trouble are you trying to get me into, Winnetka?
Something that you can use your skills to do.
Is it something that's gonna get me fucked up or fucked over?
Only if you get caught.
Hey,
Pretty sure Nines can make use of your skills. I've heard they've got a venture problem. And while I don't generally give a shit, I have other debts that I owe. And in this case, it might work out to the better of everybody. The tower has to be strong. And to keep it
Yes.
strong, you have to call the weak. Hope you understand what I'm saying about that one.
I understand.
Good. Know when you're leaving yet?
No, Martin hasn't told me.
Heard you were out at Anarchville.
I was on a date.
With Anarchs. Laying
More like a
cover already?
manipulation. There's an anarch who is slightly obsessed with me.
Genghis.
Genghis also wants to hurt one of my coterie members real bad. Figure if I stroked his ego a little bit, I could convince him to not come after my coterie.
You know, with you going out to LA, he's real good cover. He's a great smoke screen. To make sure people give you a chance without assuming you're up to no good.
What are you saying?
Use him.
I mean, I'm already doing that.
Clan before sect. Use him for what you need.
Plan before sect.
Yep. And the tower has to stay strong. 2 birds, 1 stone, right?
2 birds, 3 stones. 3 birds, 2 stones. 3 birds,
Something.
1 stone. We're going to use them a lot.
And if
For
it
many
comes down to a
purposes.
problem, remember, it was that horrible Anarch's influence. You were young and he got you up to no good.
How dare he?
That's right. Use him.
I will. You won't get up to any trouble with me not being here,
No,
checking in on you.
of course not. I never get up to trouble. I sit at my bench.
You just teach others how to get up to trouble for you.
Well, gotta have a hobby.
Oh, is that all I was to you? Just a hobby?
Well, no, you were a protege. But the trouble is my hobby. I'll have to find a new protege at some point.
Or maybe a new hobby?
Oh no, I think, enough of those.
Don't find a new protege yet. Maybe LA is not all it's cracked up to be.
No. Took me 15
Unless
years to find my last
Only
one.
use. Well, I mean, I guess so, but. I mean. If you do find a new protege that fast, can you at least make sure that they're not as pretty as I am?
Well, I can promise that, because let's just say the ones who want to study under me, they look like this. You were unique.
Not unique. Just finding any place and power that I can in a world that's as crazy as it is.
I can't argue that one. But you can be better than us. Remember, I told you that.
And I've told you multiple times. There's no one better than you.
Maybe at what I do. But you can do the things I can't.
Plan before sect.
Clan before sect.
Everything I do for us.
That's right. I don't give a shit what the Ventru say. We're what's holding the tower together, not them. Do what you gotta do. And don't worry about Martin. I'll keep an eye on him.
Yeah, make sure that he doesn't run after me when he gets his stuff finished here.
Not sure he can.
Good to hear.
He's
And
got
it's good to know.
got his hands in a little church here lately, so he's kind of tied up.
Yeah, I'm glad to know that. I think I need to have a little bit of distance between myself and him.
Sometimes it's good. Gives a fresh perspective.
Prevents casualties.
That too. He's not as stable as he appears. Then again, which of us are?
Me, I'm perfectly stable.
You planning to sell me some waterfront property in Montana or something?
No, you have enough waterfront property right here. I was thinking maybe some desert in Florida.
Because if you find one of our kind that's perfectly stable, I'll drink that lake.
Would your friend out there appreciate that if you did it?
Don't know.
What do you know?
I serve the way I have to preserve what I have to. Clan before sect. It slept a while, I'll tell you that. Somebody woke it up when they flooded the city. And it's not going back to bed anytime soon.
Well, maybe sing it some lullabies these nights?
I don't have much of a singing voice.
Maybe your next protege should be another Toreador like me, one that can sing. Maybe you can have them sing it some lullabies.
Well, maybe. I think it already has its singer picked out. It ain't me.
Yeah.
You be careful, kid.
I will. I'll see you soon. If you ever want to pick up a cell phone, you can text me.
Oh, I'm sure. I'll let you know what weird shit Cedric's up to with his rat.
Thanks. Glad to hear that you can let me know that.
I mean, I can tell you the day-to-day shit.
I'd rather you just keep an eye on my coterie.
For you? I'll take that trade.
I'll see what information I can get for you.
And remember what I asked you to do. Boon for a boon, right?
Boon for a boon.
Right. Get Bobby's number as you leave, too.
I will.
In case you need anything.
Have a good night, Picasso.
I'm many things. I still don't say I'm Picasso. But maybe I'll buy one to think of you.
Don't buy one. I'll send you one.
Look real good in the rain out here one week, won't it?
Really will.
No, I'm not one for goodbyes, I can tell you that. And we'll see each other again, trust me.
We will. Who knows when?
Gotta come back eventually.
Maybe you can even get a phone that has a camera we can FaceTime each other.
I don't do much FaceTime. My trick doesn't work very well over the phones.
I wouldn't want to see that face anyway.
The best
You're
face
Picasso.
I have. Get Bobby, get his number on the way out, just in case.
I will.
He carries his phone more than I do. I remember I'm homeless and poor. Can't afford to keep a phone, right?
I mean, you could, with the resources you have, you could install a false bench post and store all your phones inside of that, and you could have 50 phones.
Why?
Right there, at your disposal.
50 phones now if I need them. I just snap my fingers. Somebody will bring me one.
Indeed. Take care of yourself.
I will. And I'll even try not to let Martin burn the place down while you're gone.
Good luck with that. With me not being here, I don't think you'll have to worry about it, though.
No, that's the hope.
And then Destiny gets up and walks away.
And he stares off at the lake. And I think this is the good point to end this episode, especially after a 3-hour episode last time. Because holy hell. I don't have the viewer vote counts in front of me.
Tied for Eleanor and Jackie for top.
Okay, well, Eleanor and Jackie will get the viewer vote since they were tied at the top. If you'll pop on Discord, please. And before we go any further, thank you, Lifesaver.
Thank you.
For being at our table and for playing with us.
Thank you.
I will say you have not seen the last of Destiny.
Nope.
She's taken some time off for a bit.
Yep.
But you will see Destiny again. You can rest assured. She just needs to get a little time in L.A. She's not bringing back Gary Gold. No, sorry, everybody.
No.
Man, why not?
She could bring back Fines Rodriguez, though.
Oh, man.
Jackie would love him.
Yeah, okay. I'd be down for that, trust me.
Chicago Kindred would like to draft Nines Rodriguez in return for Genghis.
And I do thank you, Mandy, for all your time with us.
Thank you so much.
You know,
Thank you.
Destiny is a brilliant character, and I've absolutely loved role-playing with you.
Yep. And be ready, because I still want to see you at the end of the season Q&A.
Okay.
Because I'm sure there'll be lots of questions. Do you actually plan to kill Vanavar or help overthrow Vanavar's little shit
Please do.
in LA?
Jesus Christ, please do.
That would be amazing.
I mean, boon for a boon.
Boon for a boon.
Mm-hmm. And Wendeka wants the tower strong, and what he hears of
ain't
Vanavar
strong.
is not strong. So, if you like what we're doing, please, over here, look in chat. You can give us a follow here on Twitch, subscribe on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. Bits and donations go to the players, everybody, not to me or Relin. We don't get any of those. So, you know, it's our way to give back to the players that we love playing with. Catch our back episodes on YouTube. Right here's the link in the chat. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm pretty sure you know where our back episodes are. Get your Windy Season or Windy City After Dark merch. Get you some good, get you the cup with Destiny on it. Get it?
Yes. Get the cup. Get the t-shirt. Get the t-shirt. There is a t-shirt with Destiny on it. Get it.
Check out our friends over here. Macabre Derek comes on after this. We have every other Thursday, Sway, member of our community, runs his own vampire game now. New storyteller.
Over on Rep RPG.
On Rep RPG, putting on a great show. Go watch Sway. Check him out. Got a voice like butter.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a good guy. We love him in the community. He's really, he's new, but already he's become one of us.
Mm-hmm.
So, Google Gobble Google, one of us, you know. Had to throw that in there. I'm going to let Relin do the schedule. I know I'm forgetting something, but I'll just give Relin the schedule.
Did you do the subs? Did you do the bits?
Did that.
Okay. Friends, YouTube.
Yep.
Okay.
So, schedule's for you.
Schedule. Okay. All right. So, thank you so much for joining us today for episode 7 of season 3 of Windy City After Dark. Coming up this week, we have on Tuesday evening on the 20th at 8 p.m. Eastern is Werewolf the Apocalypse 20th Anniversary Edition, Phoenix's Call, run by Ravenna. That will be at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be her second episode. Now, they haven't even streamed their first episode at the time we've recorded this, so I have no idea what's going on in their story yet because we haven't had the premiere yet. So
I do know it's got an amazing cast.
I know it's set in like 1996 out west somewhere. So it's really Wyoming. Yep. So it's a really, you know, it's got a great setup and a great lead in. When she posted the casting call, I read it and I'm like, Jesus, if I wasn't already doing so much, I would apply. But
got a great cast lined up for that one.
Great cast lined up for that. Really great cast. Some familiar faces in it. So some of you have seen guesting on Windy City, some you've seen in other games. So come check that out.
Some you haven't seen for a while.
Yeah. And then Wednesday evening on the 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern, join us for a one-shot of You Will Destroy Something Beautiful. This is a small, independent, 250-word RPG that I decided to run as a recurring one-shot over the summer, where I will be playing something beautiful that has somehow harmed or traumatized 3 players, known as Destroyers. We will be collaboratively describing what the beautiful thing is, where it is located, and what the Destroyers and who they are. And then, after we get through the description phase, we start the combat where they basically roll to try to destroy me. So come check that out at 8 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday the 21st. And then on the 24th, London Esoteric Society at 3 p.m. Eastern, our Call of Cthulhu 7E stream will be returning for their 2nd season. Come for the cult stuff because it's tons of cult stuff and it's crazy and it's Victorian London and it's just, I mean, people are just insane already and they barely got through the 1st season. So, and then, of course, on Sunday the 25th, we will be back at 5 p.m. Eastern for episode 8 of season 3 of Windy City After Dark.
And for those on the Discord, the 24th, it's right now has all the votes for a evening game, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Blood on the Clock Tower community, non-streamed game. Won't be on stream. So if you're a member of our Discord and you like playing party social games, you could come join us because we play that once a month now, even though there'll be twice this month because everybody had too much fun. So if you're on the Discord, come join us, 6:30 on the 24th. And mental health, everybody, it's not a joke. It's not a laughing matter. Please check in on those around you. Check in on friends, loved ones, those that are close to you, even those you barely know. Make sure they're okay because it's tough right now. We got a Delta variant running around. We've got a lot of stress. And your voice may be that lifeline they need. And if you can be a lifeline, please be one to somebody. And if you suffer from mental health issues, please reach out to those around you. Don't try to bear it alone. There's nothing wrong with needing help. And if you need professional help, please do that. If you can't afford professional help, right over here in chat, we have a list of numbers that you can call or text in order to get in contact with people 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with no judgment, with no condemnation, just to talk through you and help you out when you need it. And if you are not in the U.S., there's a website right here in chat. You can click that link, put in what country you're in, and also get a list of numbers. And I'm going to let my wife do her vaccine before I say goodbye.
Okay, so the most recent report I heard stated that 99% of the people who have died in America from COVID in June was actually unvaccinated people. So, take advice from your friendly mean nurse here, Mama McStabber, and go get your damn COVID vaccine. Seriously. Give a shit, get a shot. For real. Because we need to protect ourselves. We need to protect everyone around us. If you are able to get the vaccine, go get it done. For real. Just do it. Because I'm telling you, yeah, you'll feel crappy for a day or two and then you bounce right back. For real. Some people have some worse symptoms, but those are pretty rare.
It's a load off your mind after you get it done. And it's a load off
your mind once you get that last shot done. Trust me. You feel a little crappy for a couple of days, and then within 2 weeks, you're fully vaccinated, and you're like, wow, okay, that's awesome. So really, go get that shot, guys. We want you around a long time.
Once again, thank you, the Lifesaver Mandy, for joining us here. She's not going anywhere on the Discord. You'll still see her on the Discord, and she'll be back in Chicago at some point. Mm-hmm. But you know, real life is real life, and sometimes it gets in the way. Yeah, it gets in the way. Adulting sucks, by the way.
Yes, it does.
Put that out there. I wish we could all not be adults and just play games all the time, because that would be a lot of fun. So, thank you all for coming, and from the cast of Windy City After Dark, we will see you next week for episode 8 of season 3. We are almost at the end here.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
And a storm is coming on this coterie. And Destiny's getting out just in time to avoid the worst of it.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
All right.